Russia's extermination of Alexei Navalny's opposition group, 13,000 arrests and a terrorist designation.
Here's a summary of the article.
First they came for Alexei Navalny, then they came for those who dared to demonstrate in his support. Now, the process begins to label Mr. Navalny's Anti-Corruption Foundation, the FBK, an extremist organization. I think this is a move aimed at the final extermination of the organization, if you like the final solution to the Navalny question, says Russia analyst Maria Lipman. That's as may be, but precedent would suggest Russian justice will show Mr. Navalny's organization as little leniency as it did Mr. Navalny himself. They also campaigned to support the smart voting initiative Mr. Navalny launched in 2018, a tactical voting strategy to try and unite opposition votes behind the one candidate most likely to beat United Russia, the ruling party, in the polls. Smart voting was Mr. Navalny's plan for bringing a more robust opposition into the parliament. The crackdown on Mr. Navalny's regional teams has been going on for weeks.
This post received a score of 39,000, with an upvote ratio of 95%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
I don't think the people that are arrested will be treated as good as Alexei Navalny either, and he's been treated like shit.
Unfortunately, you are likely correct. People without the shield of publicity are nigh invariably treated worse.
They're probably given the Nina treatment from the Americans.
I'd imagine it's slightly less worse than the Nina treatment from Fullmetal Alchemist. I hope.
Oh boy, I sure wonder what happens to this little girl and dog. They were pretty inseparable for the rest of their lives. Happy crying face.
Oh god, I don't even know what happens, but I'm guessing they were fused together in some horrific alchemy gone wrong. I remember watching the scene where he tried to bring back his mom when I was a kid, like 10, and I was seriously horrified. It put me off anime for a while. Samurai Champloo and Eva brought me back, and also seriously inspired my taste in music. I love jazz, hip-hop now, and futuristic, dystopian, vaporwave, ambient music.
Wait. You were horrified, and Evangelion drew you back in. I mean, amazing anime, but that series was a mindfuck for its time to say the least.
It was a serious mindfuck, but it also weirdly brought me out of depression in a way. I totally get why you're confused. That pulled me back in. They both taught me to help myself, and in that way, I can help others too and be happy. I know it probably sounds corny, but it's true.
What an evil government.
Russia is super boned. There is zero chance this ends well for the country as a whole. The sooner they get rid of that megalomaniac Putin the better. But it sounds like that won't be happening.
That won't solve shit. He is just the current man up top. There are so many wishing they could be him. Sure, many won't even halfway cut it, but someone else will rise to the same position if Putin were to fall.
One ray of hope comes from other, similar governments headed by strongmen. They like surrounding themselves with weaker people who are easily manipulated. There's a solid chance that Putin's replacement, upon his death, would be a far less threatening, and far more foolish man than him.
They invariably collapse when they surround themselves with yes-men who won't tell them the truth and reality catches up with them. Putin doesn't seem to have done that and seems to be acutely aware of global events. But he's not immortal. And he's going to face ambitious underlings or increasing fear of his own tyranny at some point. I personally think Biden and Europe should come down hard on the sanctions, specifically on any Russian oligarchs and people doing business with them. Choke them at the top, not the bottom.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.